In 2023, Google dedicated its homepage to an interactive game about a specific street snack. Not long after, the Japanese Prime Minister, seen here meeting with India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, went viral for enjoying that very same food. For the uninitiated, the anatomy is simple: a crisp, hollow, golden-fried dough scare, cracked open with a thumb. It is stuffed with spiced potatoes or chickpeas and flooded with chilled, tangy, tamarind-infused water. This snack represents a sharp departure from how the West traditionally viewed Indian cuisine. For decades, the dominant perspective centered on a handful of dishes: heavy, cream-based sauces, brown curries, and platters of tandoori chicken. A new wave of diaspora chefs and food historians is actively pushing past that narrow lens. They are moving the focus away from restaurant staples and toward regional chats, the vibrant street snacks that define daily life in South Asia. This stuffed dough ball thrives because it functions as an open-ended system, one that prioritizes local adaptation over a fixed list of ingredients. The roots of this system stretch back roughly 2,000 years to the ancient kingdom of Magadha, located in the modern-day state of Bihar. Local mythology even ties its creation to the epic text, the Mahabharata. The story goes that Draupadi was challenged by her mother-in-law to feed 5 husbands with only a scrap of leftover potato masala and enough dough for a single flatbread. Out of necessity, she fried the dough into tiny, hollow spheres to stretch the filling. Regardless of the legend, the resulting architecture is brilliant. It features an empty outer vessel, a dense interior filling, and a liquid core. Each of these 3 layers can be swapped out based on whatever ingredients are growing in the local soil. It operates like a highly efficient survival engine, a recipe designed to survive any environment it enters. Across India, the snack constantly splinters into new forms. In the east, it becomes the Puchka, with a darker shell and spiced pea mash. North in Delhi, it's the Golgappa, featuring intensely spicy mint water. Towards Hyderabad, it's called Gupchup. These vendors rely entirely on fresh ingredients sourced from the markets around them. Culinary historians note that this constant turnover of local supplies often makes these street stalls safer than tourist restaurants with static menus. This capacity for hyper-local mutation is the exact trait that allowed the snack to survive and thrive across dozens of diverse cultural landscapes. Today, we are seeing those same mechanics of adaptation play out globally, with Australia serving as a prime case study for this culinary migration. Earlier waves of predominantly Punjabi immigrants established the initial era of Indian dining abroad. This period was defined by the creamy, northern dishes that became suburban mainstays, but census data shows a recent shift. Between 2016 and 2018, Indian migration to Australia grew by 30%. With a significant influx of people from the southern and eastern regions of the country. This diverse population brought an immediate demand for the authentic, regional flavors they left behind. Now, suburban festivals and restaurants are evolving to stock the specialty spices and shells required to recreate these street snacks. The culinary landscape is essentially adapting to reflect the reality of the people cooking and eating within it. These flavors have now moved past the street stall and into high-end, mainstream fine dining spaces. Modern chefs are experimenting with the snack's modular architecture, using stuffings like crab meat, goat cheese, or compressed beetroot, and even serving the water as shots of liquor. Every shell has a strict structural deadline. It must be consumed in a single, rapid bite before the dough absorbs the water and falls apart. This frantic, slightly messy requirement strips away the dignity of a formal meal. From office workers standing on a dusty roadside to diners in white tablecloth restaurants, everyone faces the same rush and the same potential for a crumbly mess. Indian cuisine stays relevant by refusing to stay still. It survives because it remains an open invitation to innovate, 1,000 regional cultures gathered around a single, fragile sphere.